All of our sorrows and troubles come from our misunderstanding, our mistaking vain, superficial appearances for reality, from our looking at them with our outer eyes instead of beholding God with the inner eye. But we are addicted to those vain appearances. We must admit that. Yes, we're even addicted to all the pain and anxiety that they ultimately bring us. That is foolish, but is it any more foolish than it is to be addicted to drugs or alcohol, or even to people that harm us ultimately? We are, on certain levels, insane. This world is a madhouse for people of our particular lunacy. As the famous Krishnamurti saying goes, it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. This has been known for some time. The sooner that we understand this and resolve to be cured and released, the better things will be for us. For from things we will move on to a God perception. For this reason, the yogis, those who seek God in meditation, should be the most cheerful and optimistic of people. If we look to God, we will see only perfection and rejoice in it. If we look at ourselves, at others, and the technological framework of this so-called world around us, we will see only imperfection and be discontent. A form of depression manifests from looking in the wrong places. It is the bitter fruit of ego involvement, of ego obsession. The remedy is not to have high self-esteem, but rather to have God-esteem. And since we live in God, we will see the divine side of even ourselves and be ever hopeful. Once God spoke to a contemporary mystic and said, "I am he who is, and you are she who is not." Now, to the ego, that may sound hateful, but to the questing spirit, it is actually a liberating assurance. The unreal, which we call me, need not be struggled with. It is only a ghost, a shadow, a mere cipher. Bringing in the light of God, we reveal that to be the truth. Then we will be at peace and in perfect joy. What a burden is lifted from those who come to know that God alone is real and true, and that we need only to look to Him. When we look within, we find Him as the heart of ourselves. We must renounce unreality. As I say, we are addicted to it. So we will have to struggle to break the terrible habit of this delusion, just as those addicted to the comforts and hallucinations produced by various drugs must break away from them and discard them forever. Then we will rejoice. On desirelessness, it is said, "Covet no man's wealth." Why? Because it does not exist. It's just a bubble destined to burst, leaving nothing in its place. There are no things to covet or possess. They are the fevered dreams of illusion from which we must ultimately awaken. A man once asked Gautama Buddha, "I want happiness." And the Buddha replied, "First remove I, that is ego. Then remove want, that is desire. All that is left is happiness."